One microscopic organism could be making millions of people just a little more reckless. And most will never know it. This isn't a work of fiction. It's happening in real human brains, quietly, invisibly. The culprit is a parasite called Toxoplasma gondii, a single-celled creature found across the world, and possibly inside you. Scientists have discovered that this tiny life form can alter the behavior of animals, and perhaps even humans. The story of Toxoplasma gondii begins not in people, but in the humble cat. The parasite can only reproduce inside a feline host. To complete its life cycle, it must pass through other animals, usually small mammals like mice or rats. But here, where it gets extraordinary. When a rat becomes infected, something changes within its brain. Instead of fearing the scent of cats, it becomes strangely drawn to it. A death wish created by a microscopic passenger. The rat wanders closer, becomes easy prey, and the parasite's journey ends exactly where it needs to, inside the cat's gut. It's mind control, evolved by nature. Humans, of course, are not part of this plan, but Toxoplasma doesn't discriminate. We can catch it by eating undercooked meat, handling infected soil, or cleaning a cat's litter box. Once inside us, it travels silently through the body, forming microscopic cysts in muscle tissue and the brain. For most, there are no symptoms. The infection may last a lifetime without a trace. But hidden among billions of brain cells are sleeping organisms with their own agenda, once active in rodents, now dormant in us. In the 1990s, researchers began noticing a peculiar pattern. People infected with Toxoplasma gondii scored slightly differently on psychological and personality tests. Some seem to take more risks, drive more aggressively, or show subtle changes in decision-making. One famous study found a higher infection rate in traffic accident victims, as though the parasite were quietly turning down the brain's caution switch. Others found weak but consistent correlations with mental health conditions like schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. Yet the science is divided. Many experts argue these differences could be the result of social environment or genetics, not the parasite. Still, even the possibility that a single-celled organism could influence human psychology has transformed how we view the brain and what lives inside it. In truth, Toxoplasma is not alone. Nature is full of parasites that alter behavior for survival. There's a fungus that drives ants to climb high before bursting from their bodies to spread spores. A tiny worm that compels crickets to leap into water so it can escape to continue its life cycle. Each is a masterpiece of evolutionary manipulation. Against this backdrop, Toxoplasma gondii is simply another chapter in nature's long history of behavioral control. Only this time, the story may involve us. Most people infected with Toxoplasma gondii will never experience harm. For healthy immune systems, it remains silent, a passenger, sleeping deep within. But the idea it raises is profound, that we may not always be the sole authors of our own behavior. As we study the microscopic lives within us, we begin to see how thin the boundary is between biology and identity. Somewhere in the folds of the human mind, ancient survival strategies are still at work, invisible, enduring, and quietly shaping who we are. One parasite, one question. Who really is in control?